okay, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge, I actually would have completed the 30-day challenge.
Right, right.
People there are just really tall and big boned, and so everybody's in shape and big. It's just crazy. I think it's really important when you're in a relationship that you have similar things that you like to do. Those images are from like 15 years ago or 10 years ago or 12 years ago.
It's a huge privilege to have one and only one Sunny Leone. She is looking beautiful, but most importantly, I have a lot of respect for her because I think there are very few people in India who stand up for themselves the way Sunny Leone does. A pleasure having you back, Sunny Leone.
Thank you.
On BollywoodHungama. And 2018 has started. You're looking younger and prettier.
Yes.
All right. So how do you keep yourself so happy and energetic all the time?
I just spent, which I haven't done in a really long time, I just spent 30 days in one place, and I had this amazing routine of wake up, gym, trainer, go back, shower, set for 30 days.
Right.
So I think that had a lot to do with how I feel right now. It's probably the most I've ever worked out for that many days straight.
Okay, so how many hours do you put in the gym? And
there, I was putting in anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes a day.
Every day?
It was every day. It was amazing. If I would have just tweeted something, say, okay, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge, I actually would have completed the 30-day challenge.
Right, right.
But it was really nice to be in one place, you know, with no distractions and focus on work and go to the gym. I had this trainer, he's like he's like a beast.
Right.
He was like huge. And in Africa, Cape Town especially, the people there are just really tall and big boned, and so everybody's in shape and big. It's just like crazy. It's like
absolutely
really, really nice there.
Yeah, the beach and the protein, and I think everything works to the advantage. And I believe I saw one of your pictures with Daniel. So I think you guys work out together as well. So I'm sure that motivates as well.
Yeah, you know, we're always working, and even though in the gym we're not working out together, at least we're doing something, you know, as a couple, and you know, enjoying each other's time there, and before and after. And I think it's really important when you're in a relationship that you have similar things that you like to do. You know,
absolutely.
Him and I like going to the gym. It's part of our lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So we enjoy it, and it keeps us happy and healthy and have energy all day long.
All right. So, as I'd mentioned about this in the beginning, you know, this entire thing that happened in Bangalore recently, in the entire New Year thing that happened, and the way you responded to that with just posting those pictures and just thanking everyone. And what you said about the fact that people should ultimately stand up for themselves, I think it was a very important message that you gave away. How do you look back at that incident? Do you find it a bit strange that when certain authorities, they are refusing to maybe just do their duties?
Well, I found it strange that it got to that level, because getting to that level of anger and everything that was happening, I found that really disturbing. I also found what I found really disturbing is, if you see some of the images, is those images are from like 15 years ago or 10 years ago or 12 years ago.
Right.
You know, so where are they getting those images from? Let's just discuss that.
Right.
That doesn't just pop up on Google, because I looked at it and I sent it to Daniel. I said, look at the pictures that they're using. This is really interesting.
Right.
They're against me, but they sure spent a lot of time searching for those images, because those ones are buried.
Right.
So I don't know. I find the whole thing it's just really sad. At the end of the day, that, you know, something like that has to happen in 2017, which was
absolutely. And you know, the strange part is that many a times we've seen in the recent time that there are certain organizations who tend to do certain things because to gain publicity. No one knows about them, but just because of the fact that they come up with a weird sort of demand.
The proof's in the pudding, because just this last week there's a whole debate about exposing those people.
Right.
which I found, I always love, like, I wake up in the morning and I go, I wonder if there's going to be a debate on TV about something I've done or I haven't done. And I find it really interesting, because I'll watch those ones. And I find it really interesting that a New Year's event is so important to make national news.
Absolutely.
I'm really not that important, but
where you have too many rapes around and you have too many other women's issues that should be far more paramount than stating facts. That what I found very funny was that if she wears short dresses, if she wears long clothes, even we'll come and watch it. So I found that really strange, actually.
Yeah.
That's like really funny. What exactly do they mean by that?
I have no idea, but you know, at the end of the day, you never really know what someone's motives are and why they're saying certain things.
Right.
I've watched in a debate 2 women who were so against me, and then the anchors, I'm happy and so proud of them for sticking up for me. They said one thing in my favor, and those 2 just flipped. It was just, it was incredible. In 1 second they were so anti-Sunny, and then in the next second they're like, no, we respect what she's done in her path and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, in fact, the strange part is this. I think the strangest part is that in many cases it's the women who come up with strange ideas and strange thoughts, and allegations as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bigger thing there is that it's not just men. It is women as well.
Absolutely.
It's like an equal playing ground of bashing Sunny.
Right.
But, you know, everybody's entitled to their own opinion and what they want to say and how they want to execute their thoughts on camera.
Right.
So, you know, I find it really interesting sometimes to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, in many cases, what happens that, as far as celebrities are concerned, they tend to be tutored by their teams and they're told certain things. But we know it for sure. Like I have interviewed you many times, and we have seen you live on television. There's a certain way that you carry yourself, and the way you tackle situations as well, which is extremely dignified. And
thanks.
You state that this is what I am. Take it or leave it, and you just can't cross the line of decency and respect. So that is something that has to be a given. Where do you get that conviction from? What exactly motivates you?
I was told a really long time ago, and I don't remember who said it to me, or if it was a man, or I'm pretty sure it was a woman, because it's a very woman-forward thought, is you will get more people to listen to you,
right.
Not hear you, listen to you, if you speak a little softer.
Wow.
You know, you don't have to yell to get people to hear you or listen to you. Because when I speak softer, it requires you to actually, what did she say? Actually, like, pay attention to what I'm saying. So I learned that a really, really long time ago. And I always believed in, you know, love, not war, and I don't really like trauma and fighting and being angry and all those things. It's just not part of what I would like my life to be. So I don't know. It just doesn't affect me the same way. I don't have that anger maybe that somebody might get if somebody asks these like ulte questions and, you know, question you in a manner that is disrespectful.
Absolutely.
But, I think the greatest satisfaction for me is knowing that you just didn't get to me. I actually don't care what the person said.
As a woman, when you're seeing a lot of things the way they're happening right now in India, it's, say, threats are issued to Deepika Padukone, for that matter, that will chop off your nose and all sorts of strange things. Does it bother you? Are you affected? That what exactly is going on, and how can you say that? Completely.
There's a lot of things that, you know, I would love to say out loud, and the problem is it always comes down to I'm a guest in this country, and I love being here, and I love working here, and I just don't need crazy people coming after me. They come after me and I don't do anything and they come after me.
Right.
Can you imagine if I said something that would hurt somebody's feelings? I mean, it would not be nice. But I do believe in the power of the youth. I do believe in the power of voice and non-violent, you know, I guess not protesting, but speaking your heart out or believing in what you want to without violence and without verbally abusing somebody.
Right. What about the support that you continue to get? You get a lot of support, both from people as well as celebrities, even media.
Yeah.
You tend to get a lot of support. So how do you react to that?
I'm always so happy when, you know, I read something or I read an article that this debate that I just told you about, those two anchors that I saw. I felt really good when they were, it's not that they were saying something that, oh, I know her and she's really nice. It was just, let me tell you the other side, or she's done this and this. What do you guys think of that? So it was more about them supporting the idea of who I am, because I've never met them before.
Sure.
And things that I've done in my past. So it makes me really happy, you know, to have, my fans have always supported me. The media, from the second that I've stepped in this country, most media has been so supportive.
Absolutely.
When it comes to real issues especially. And that I feel very fortunate for.
Right. Now, as I was telling you a short while back that one of your very important films, Raees, where you're having a song, Leela,
yeah.
It has recently come to light that it was the most pirated film of 2017.
Yeah, like I told you, that makes me happy because people are watching it. I'm sure Shah Rukh's like, what is going on? You people just go buy the movie ticket and watch it. Don't steal it. If you don't believe in stealing, go buy your movie ticket. Support the business.
Right. Okay, but at the same time, do you feel happy about the fact that, as I was telling you, that Raees is one film that, as the days are going by, a lot of people, they tend to watch it. As I was mentioning you, I have seen so many people during flights that they tend to watch Raees, and there are many of them. Like I've seen many times. I've seen foreigners watching.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I've seen foreigners watching Raees, and that too, many of them. Do you find that interesting that after release, during some time has gone by, the dialogues are becoming very interesting. The entire Ammi dialogue has become very interesting, and more and more people, they're saying it. Movies, they're using it. It was used in Jurwa too. Do you find that interesting that after a year, the movie is becoming bigger and bigger?
Yeah, I think that there's movies in our lifetime. When I was younger, there's certain movies I go, dude, that's an American classic.
Right.
Maybe this turns into an Indian classic. You never know. That only time is going to tell. But when I watched the film, when I came out of it, I really liked it. And I don't watch too many films. I try to watch as many as I can, but if I have a choice between a horror film or watching, a Bollywood film, I usually tend to go towards horror because I really do love that genre. But I think that it was a really nice film. I think it has all those elements, let's say a foreigner's point of view. It has all those elements of the colors and the brightness, and it's shot well, and he looks great. I enjoyed the film a lot. And action, that's also, as foreigners, we want to see, the people that are out there, they want to see everything that they think Bollywood is.
Right.
And for the most part, I think that Shah Rukh does that for his fans.
Absolutely.
And he does that internationally, and I think internationally it did pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Okay, another interesting aspect, in fact, I was telling you that since I had to come for this interview, I've been listening to your songs on my mobile phone, and I realized that you're having at least 2 songs which have Leela in that. One is in Raees, and you have Vadala with. Many would say that it was a big factor in the movie working, and maybe it happened for the first time that just for a song, an actress was there on the posters splashed all across. Yeah. So you had 2 songs which have Leela, and your character's name in Masti Zade was Leela Lele.
Yeah.
All right. So somehow the word Leela seems to, I think, just follow you. How do you react to that?
It's pretty cool. I find that the letter L seems to find me. if not even Layla.
Leone.
Yeah, just the letter L, like somehow in a title or a name.
Leela as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know, if I could play the lottery on the letter L, I would. Just in case you need your check, it's right there. If I could play the lottery on a letter, I would play it on L.
Right.
Because it seems to find its way towards me. I've never suggested it. I've never said, oh, my name should be, you know, in this film it should be Layla or should, you know, start with an L. It just happens that way.
Right. How do you look back at 2017 now? You had some big songs. You had a Layla, you had Badshah Ho, you had Trippy Trippy from Bhumi.
Yeah.
Interestingly, Daisy Shah has been performing to Trippy Trippy in the Dabang tour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
Nice.
in various, like in Hong Kong, Australia, UK.
It's a nice song.
It's a very good song.
Yeah.
So how do you look back at 2017 and and all the songs they worked like really big actually?
Yeah,
When Badshah was really big. It has that huge moment when it comes in the movie. The people react to it like anything.
Yeah, I had a good year with songs, not so great year with films, had a great year with TV. The business side of everything was really amazing. The digital side of my year was
Google, obviously
amazing.
You ruled once again.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Right.
I always find it really interesting because every quarter, every 2 months, someone from my team or Daniel will come to me with Google Analytics. It is the most amazing thing ever. Where you see traffic, like you'll see, let's say BollywoodHungama. So you see BollywoodHungama, and then you type in another news channel or another online site, and it'll show you where you stand on Google.
Right.
And it has like this little graph like this, and your color blue or red, and that chart is one of the most amazing things I see every year on where my line is and where other people are. So then that's a really good moment for me. That's where I like toot my horn just a little bit.
Right. And people continue to just Google for Sunny Leone.
Yeah, I think you know, like there's like these crazy things that happen, like Bangalore and like a few other things that happen, and you know, I thank them. It piques people's interest of who I am. I mean, they're putting me on national news debating Sunny Leone. I mean, seriously. But my fans are amazing. They always have been amazing. They're the reason that I sit here in India and I work and I have all these amazing things happening because they've supported me through all sorts of crazy nonsense and highs and lows, and you know, that's the most amazing thing about social media and this era of everybody, like fans and people out there, the public is able to, you know, actually relate to their celebrity. They're not some mythical character that they only see in a film. You know, you can talk to us and you can conversate with us and we can run contests and you could do that question for 10 minutes of answering things on social media. I forgot what that's called. And it's because I've built that for so many years that I've been interacting with these people for so long. There's people I've been talking to, I swear, for I don't know, 7, 8 years on social media, and I see them.
No, absolutely. Many of your fans, they keep on, I think, figuring quite regularly in our interviews as well, when we take fan questions as well. How do you look at the aspect that when people say that this and this thing will affect the culture of our country? We've had like a Kama Sutra, we've had Khajuraho, and I think it's one of the most evolved and liberal society maybe thousands of years ago, and we're misinterpreting in many ways. Do you feel that the debate should not be about the fact that what affects the culture, and if you really have to maybe discuss, then maybe you should discuss about women in certain things which many people, they don't want to discuss. Like, what is the
because
suffering
it makes
that
them
they...
uncomfortable.
Yeah, like what is the sort of suffering that they experience during menstruation, for that matter?
Yeah.
Let's discuss that. You should be more particular about that. You should try and empathize and maybe understand certain things. You're more concerned about imposing what is right and wrong for the way women should project themselves, rather than trying to understand that what they go through.
Well, I also think that, I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but I also think that the media has a huge role in what they decide to put on TV. What is newsworthy? I mean, it is a media that projects it out to the entire world. So now if a media channel decides, I will not from this day forward put up nonsense news that makes absolutely no sense, and another channel can run it all day long, but my channel will not. We will talk about things that actually matter. Now, has anybody done that? I have no idea. Maybe there is a channel that does that. I don't know. Or a news outlet or paper or magazine, whatever it is, where you have millions and millions of people watching every single day to see what those news anchors say or those different segment pieces are about. I mean, maybe if they took the time to start talking about it publicly, because they're the voice that's voicing out to this. To
Some
the
people
country.
do. Some people do.
Well, maybe a little bit more of that needs to happen.
Absolutely.
So maybe indulging some of this nonsense that happens.
Absolutely.
Maybe then it will stop, because then they know that they can't just do all these crazy things and, okay, this is how we're going to make our party bigger, or this is how we're going to make my voice get heard, or this is how I'm going to do this. I know that the news is most of it sensationalized, but I mean, I think that the media can't talk about change without changing themselves first. And also, I believe change happens in the home first. Change happens with your parents talking about menstruation. It starts with parents talking about the birds and the bees, or talking about sex, or talking about...
Sex education. What is the importance of sex education as far as you're concerned?
Sex education doesn't come from a teacher. It comes from your mom and your dad.
Absolutely.
And that's really where it begins. Of course, you learn all the textbook things at school. Most children should know all those things of, what happens and how this happens and what happens when this egg meets this thing, all these things. That should happen. But the real education actually starts at home. How to treat a woman starts at home.
Absolutely.
Ungender biased homes where moms and dads take a share in household duties, that starts at home. A father teaching a young girl that it's not okay for, a boy to teach you like this or treat you like this. Or, their son telling them it's not okay for you to treat girls like this.
Absolutely.
And it's not okay for girls to treat boys like this. So I honestly believe that if we want to change our world, it starts right inside of our house.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is it that you're looking forward to as far as 2018 is concerned? You're doing something for Discovery, I believe.
Yeah, so they're starting their new digital platform, and there's a show called Bear Grylls, and it's not like this full show where I'm in it the whole time. Of course, Bear Grylls is doing all of his things that he does, and I'm obviously the complete opposite of Bear Grylls. I don't like bugs, and I don't like dirt, and I don't like all these different things that he likes, eating insects and all these sorts of things that he does. And we just, most of the time, actually just poke fun at myself of me trying to either attempt something that he's doing or speaking about something that he's doing.
Right.
So it's more about just me being myself on that show and doing commentary on the show. And then I'm shooting a South film this year, which I'm really excited about.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Actually, from the Discovery set, I asked for one of the swords that I was messing around with so I can start practicing with it at home. And the South film is it's going to be really interesting. And they've been working so hard. They send pictures all the time of armor and things that they have going on and parts of the story. And so they're really, really working hard down there.
And they're very organized, actually. They're maybe more organized, maybe from what. And they have a control on the piracy. The beautiful part is, in Bahubali, they came out with a total plan on how they'll possibly be just clamping down on piracy.
That's
and
awesome.
they do, because they have all those fan clubs of the of the stars, and the fan clubs, they ensure that there's no piracy. So the piracy, if you notice, what happens is down south, even with very less number of screens compared to Bombay and say Hindi films, the entire end result in terms of box office is much more.
Oh wow!
With far lesser screens, the box office is much more.
Wow!
Because people actually go to theaters to watch the movies. So which is very interesting. We need to
set up their system over here.
100%.
It's not that far away, south.
100%, absolutely.
We're so close.
100%, 100%.
Just take it, bring it over here.
100%. That's something which is extremely important. I believe you're also starting with your fashion line, so.
Yeah. So this year we launched a capsule line with Archana Kocher, and I really love, you know, some of this art that goes on T-shirts and different clothing. And I'm really into like street urban wear. I think it's really hip and cool for young people to wear, and it's coming in trend. You know, those like printed tees and all those things.
Right.
So that concept in the U.S. it's amazing. It works really well. But how do you integrate it into now clothes? So I've always been interested in doing something like that. We're starting off with a few pieces, and then I want to do some other stuff with it. And then I also have my cosmetic line. Finally, in March, it's done. We've been working so hard on putting it together. And
so the fashion line, is it only for women or like men as well?
So it's starting with women, and then I think that T-shirts, like the concept that I want, that whole like urban streetwear look with images, will work really well. There was this company I worked for a really long time ago, and they had printed my image on a T-shirt, and I had no idea that they were at this, you know, at this show, and they set up all the T-shirts, and I came by, and they're like, "Your T-shirt sold out in like 5 minutes." It's crazy.
Must have.
And then like 2 hours later, people are coming with their T-shirts, and I'm signing them. But it's such a cool concept, and I really would like to see it conceptualized for here. If not my face, maybe like, you know, other people's faces, and just how the artwork's done on it.
Sure. So if the male line ever happens, so I would love to try those clothes for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, like some people that you know, they're like, dude, I don't want to wear your face on my body. That's weird. So then for them, I'll make something different. But I called it good girl, bad boys.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. Yeah, but I think you have tremendous aesthetic sense in terms of colors and everything. So I'm sure the T-shirts, the colors and everything will be very interesting. So
yeah, I like big stamped logos that look like, you know, like those old stamps, and just like, I don't know how to explain it properly in words. But I'm excited about it. I really hope that people like it. I believe, I just heard yesterday, we're like, we got an order, getting orders.
Great. Finally, what exactly are you looking forward to as far as Bollywood is concerned in 2018? What can we expect from you?
Well, I have this show, and then I have the South film, and then I have a really big project that I've been working on, which is why I was in Cape Town for this last month. I was shooting. I'm not allowed to say anything yet. They're all keeping it a secret. They keep saying, we're going to announce it this week. And I'm like, yay. And then they're like, no, we're not. And that was December 20th.
Right.
They were going to announce it then. So, or maybe it was sooner. But they keep saying that they're going to announce it, and then they don't. And I think they just want to make sure that it's perfect for the announcement. And it's on a subject that I know people are really curious about.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay. And one more thing that I've always wanted to ask you. I briefly asked you in the interview with Arbaaz as well. But what difference has your daughter made in your life?
She is like so special. I mean, everything in my life has changed. Everything in, you know, my husband's life has changed. So it's a change, but it's a change for the better. I mean, I'm like, okay, in 5 minutes, it's time to go, you know, like Daniel's gonna pick her up, and he's gonna call me, and he's gonna FaceTime me in the car, you know, when they're there. So everything's changed, and she is so, I mean, I know like all parents say this, but she is like scary smart, like super smart. I have this video, when we're done, I'll show you a video. She's playing the guitar with Daniel, and she's 2.
My God.
And singing.
My God.
A Spanish song. Like, that type of scary. And then, I mean, like really, really smart. Because, I mean, she's not from us. So we just don't know, like, where this girl's, like, life is going to go. And I was just telling Daniel yesterday, I go, she's really special. Like, and he's like, yeah, all parents say their kid's really special. No, I mean, like, she's like, I feel that she's more than what a normal child is.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you know, anything about her parents or anything about that. But even just like yesterday, Daniel came home, he's like, the teacher said the weirdest thing. They were painting, and Nisha was the only one just sitting there. She was holding her her paints properly, and she was just sitting there and painting. Like, nice, peaceful, like, she's 2. It's like, so these little things that she does is like really amazing to watch, and watching her grow. And it's only been 6 months.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the craziest feeling that we've only had her for 6 months, and it's felt like a lot longer in a good way.
Right.
That we've known her forever. So I'm looking forward to learning something new from her every single day.
I'm sure that you will. Kids teach a lot, actually. They tend to do that. All right, so thank you very much, Sunny. Wonderful talking to you. And I think it's, as always, it's really insightful to get to know your thoughts. And congratulations for being what you are. Congratulations for being strong the way you are.
Yeah, thank you.
And looking forward to much more Hungama from you in 2018. Somehow the other Hungama follows you, actually. Aap chahe ya na chahe, something or other keeps on coming, and some big projects they tend to come with you, and I hope that it continues.
Every time I see you, we have so much to catch up on, and it actually hasn't been that long since I saw you.
Yes, that's true.
So much has happened over the last 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, that's true. I think met a couple of months back.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and all the best wishes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's all we have from BollywoodHungama. Keep on watching.